Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Gabriel Pendleton, VP of Product for Sizzle. Today, what I want to show you is a real live project that is in flight and being worked on pretty much every day. I am the product manager for a company called Sizzle. We're a live streaming platform for the culinary arts. To make it easy, we're Twitch for cooking. And so what I have here is our not like super up to date project. Some of the stuff is taken out obviously for proprietary reasons. But what I am able to show you today is basically a project that I've structured that we use every day to manage our product process. And what I'm hoping is that anyone who's new to product management or any product managers out there who want to build up their skill set or learn anything new have an opportunity to see how someone else does it. This may not be the right way. It is not the wrong way. It is just one way of doing it. There are many ways to manage a project. I've managed projects in many, depending on like what company I work with, they use different tools. They want updates done in a different way. So every company is different. But the most important thing is to have a foundation to build around and work with. If you have a foundation and a good framework, then it allows you to get up to speed pretty quickly. So without further ado, I'm going to dive into this a little bit and show you kind of how the process goes. So the first thing I want to talk about is the tool that I'm using is actually called Jira. It's a really great product management tool. It's overall like product management engineering. Jira is kind of like a catch-all product. Again, some people use Notion, some people use Monday. There's a lot of other products out there that you can use. So whatever works for you, I would suggest you go with that. Whatever the company wants you to use, go with that. So I'm not a seller of either of them. They all have their good and their bad. You just want something that's like super flexible and something that helps you get the work that you need to do. So how does this work, right? So at Sizzle, ideas come from all over the place. It comes from our customers. It comes from marketing. It comes from sales. It comes from the CEO. It comes from the engineering team. I have my own ideas. So a product manager's job is to first curate all of those ideas into one place. And so that's usually called the backlog. And this board right here, as you can see, is called all ideas. It's a bunch of ideas that I grouped on in here, and some that we are working on, some that we are thinking about working on. So it's very easy. So let's say I'm talking to a salesperson and they say they have an idea. I create an idea and it goes into this list. The next thing I do is tag it a phase. So what are phases? Phases are basically the different stages of product management. So first is a backlog. It's just sitting there, just thrown in there. The next is discovery. Discovery is usually, okay, I'm going to like dive into this idea. I'm going to do some investigation into it. And that may involve talking to different departments, getting deeper understanding. It may involve talking to users. So for this point, it'll be in discovery. Then we have design, which is, designer will go ahead and make some designs. Then we have ready for development, which basically means it goes into a queue and is ready for our development team to pick up and start working on. Development means they're actively working on it. Testing is, testing. And then deploy means we pushed it, is out in the world. The next step is strategy. Strategy is different from company to company. It depends on, the company vision, how they want to tackle the market, how you group certain chunks of work. So our strategy, we have different focus areas. So we have like creator tools. We want to improve net revenue, right? So for example, you could be for the next quarter, our part of our strategy is to improve revenue, right? And you might have, 2 to 4 features that all are actively things that your team believes will improve revenue generation. So that would be an effective strategy, a feature that will be tagged revenue. So again, we want to make sure we tag a feature that aligns with a certain strategy. And then I'm not going to cover things that aren't super important, but what is this, right? We have this delight, this unique, this impact, and this effort. So we use a RICE method to quickly assess features that we want to work on. Now, again, there are a number of ways that you can assess features. The RICE method is a pretty popular one, is one that I like using really well. Again, it depends on what company. Sometimes it depends on a project, what phase you are as a company. As a startup is really great because you can easily, quickly, just be like, is this something we want to work on? You can find out very quickly. So usually RICE method stands for reach, impact, confidence, and effort. There's a little variation for our purposes. So we have delight, which is how happy will this make our users? We have uniques, how hard is this feature to copy from a competitor? This is also a differentiator. So if you're in a social media space and you want to build a chat function, well, everyone has chat, right? So it's not that unique, but you can make your chat more unique, right? Like maybe chat includes stickers, maybe it includes like emotes or sound or audio. Maybe you can do encrypted chat. Maybe you can do chat where things disappear. Again, so you can start off as something that's not super unique and then make it more unique, and then that allows you to differentiate from what your competitor offers. Impact is how does it impact our brand or revenue? For example, impact could be impact on engagement. Impact could be revenue. Impact could just be brand. For example, Coca-Cola might release something that, hey, they know isn't going to make them a lot of money, but they know that it'll make them a stronger brand. It'll build loyalty. So again, impact can vary across different companies and products. You just think about what impact means for your company. For our company, we focus on brand and revenue, right? And then effort. Effort is pretty straightforward. How long is it going to take you to build? Is this a one-day project? Is this a multi-week project? Is this going to take us a couple months, right? And then we have roadmap, like where we want to place it. We can talk about that a little bit later. And so let's say, for example, we put all these ideas in here. I quickly assess these. We usually do this as a team. We talk about it. And then we have another tab called impact assessment. And as you can see, everything is aligned with a strategy. And then we have this score. So everything is assigned to score. The things at the top are things that are identified as things we should immediately look at. Again, this is just a guide. It doesn't mean that we take the 100 and start working on it. It just means that based on the criteria that we set, that ticket pops up to the top. It means that we should probably be one of the first. It's just an indicator that lets us know it's one of the first things that we want to take a look at, or at least it's like bubbling up to the top. Why aren't you looking at these things? So it doesn't mean that we work on like a 50 or like a 36. It just means that it's a quick way for us to see what is immediately our label, like our quick wins, versus things that might be like longer term projects. Maybe it's a low score because we don't know enough about the project. Maybe we don't know if it's unique enough, whatever, right? There could be a number of reasons. So then, we see these have a scores. We see, obviously, we have some things at the top that are, okay, we could probably start working on, investigating some of these features, taking them to the discovery phase, right? So then we have delight versus effort. We have a matrix. Again, this allows us to quickly see where features land on our priority list. And what we're looking for is items that come down here to this delight and effort, right? The most delight, the least amount of effort. And so if we was to click on it, we can see that push notifications and our onboarding phase 3 is there. And then if we were to go up over here where it says 3, we could see, oh, we have 3 features: reactions, hashtag search, and VOD uploading. So these are moving over to that next quadrant, which is something we could start working on. So what is over here? What is something that takes a lot of effort but has a lot of delight? Oh, okay, we want to work on a dual screen feature. Obviously, this takes a lot of effort. It's not super easy to do. Again, it has a low impact score. Doesn't mean that we don't work on it. It just means that we have identified that it is high in delight. It just might be a longer term project, and we can plan for it. So after we select some of these features that we want to work on, we talked about them as a team. We start mapping them out basically into quarters. We use now, next, later for us. Now it's basically like immediate. We want to work on these right now. We're put them on the map, start, working on them as a team. Next is like, I would say, that 50% of confidence. Like, hey, if things don't change, if things are moving over time, they're probably going to be moved in, but priorities could change. Later category is at 25% degree of confidence, meaning we'll put it on there. We definitely think it's important, but depending on strategy changes and things that's happening in the market, we're okay with those things being flipped and pushed off a little bit. And obviously delivered is pretty straightforward. These things that we've delivered from that current set of work. Then we have our product timeline. Again, we use quarters here, so we're looking at months. So we have different features that we worked on that will come in February. We're looking at stuff that will last through March. So stuff like that as well. You just put these on a roadmap. These conversations are with the CEO, with engineering, with design, and we kind of come up with these timelines. Then we have our delivery status. Is just a catch-all page for me to kind of see everything, so I can say, hey, give me everything in like discovery. Okay, this has a PRD. This has designs, but it doesn't have a ticket yet. I can go ahead and create a ticket. Or I can see something that I can see that is in progress, 9 of 15 tickets delivered. Again, you kind of build out what you want. The last thing, the most important thing for me, is I have a product overview board. Similar to like designers will have a design team, or similar to what a engineering team will have for their work. This is for me to just basically like have a full scope view of everything that's kind of happening on a high level. So from here, I can see all the tickets that are currently in our backlog, these things, ideas that haven't been worked on yet. These are the things that are in discovery, things that I'm looking into or researching. These are things that are currently in design. These features are currently been, made visual pieces that need it. And once they're ready, we'll put them in a queue for development. Development will pick those features up, they go through testing, and eventually we'll employ into the app. This board is super important. So I use this board every day. And then in all of our important meetings, we, as a team, I can just pull it up and say, hey, is this it? Where is it for design? Where is it for? We use this as a team. We can use it as our daily stand-ups. And also, like, if the CEO, I want to just share this very quickly and say, hey, here's kind of how our current state of the product is right now in terms of things that are in the pipeline. So that's pretty much it. Again, this is just one way of doing it. I've done it multiple different ways at different companies. And again, one thing that I'm not showing you here is a lot of our like documentation, our PRDs, how all these things, these are just like very high level tickets, but there's a lot of behind the scenes work that is being done. But I just wanted to show any new product manager, anybody who's thinking about getting product management, or product managers who think about using a similar tool or similar workflow to get their job done. So I hope this was super helpful. If you have any questions, please leave your comments below. And please, please, please like, subscribe, and share this video It really helps grow my channel, and I appreciate all of you for giving me your time. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your night, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.